Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Rock and Roll Podcast. Check out this record. My name is Frank, and with me is my funky, fresh friend, good buddy, and model citizen, Marc.
It goes to without it goes without saying that I am way funkier than I am fresh, my brother.
Awesome. You could, always find us, guys, because I know you're looking for us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music Podcasts, and our delicious mugs can be found on YouTube.
Yeah, new episodes drop to the drizzle, to the drizzle, to the drop each and every Fridizzle-ish.
They do. And if you're hearing us for the first time, congrats, you're not annoyed with us, especially for one of our past reviews. So welcome, everyone. We review records. That's what we do here. We go track by track, lots of musical discussions, spotlight episodes, some mysteries from the rock and roll world. And we've just scratched the surface and we're just getting warmed up.
Baby. Okay, so you definitely want to check out our verse series where Frank and I will put on two steel gauntlets and just beat the crap out of each other in the name of total stereo.
Love it. I love what you did there. That's amazing.
I know, it's my favorite too.
Awesome. So while you're checking us out, you can always look at our Instagram page, Facebook group. Hopefully these episodes will leave you wanting more musical goodness. And Marc, buddy, it's Marc. What can I tell you? If you have a record, let us know. If you want us to review, drop the comment wherever you find us, like, subscribe. So I say this, Marc, the selection that I gave you on a previous episode, I know wasn't going to win you over, and it wasn't going to be like your new influential record. I understood that fully. Nevertheless, here we are talking about 311's debut album, Music. So Marc, you didn't expect it to be this rap heavy, did you? Question number one. Also, this is not new metal, as we are not in the late 90s yet. Maybe. So what do you think this is? Do you think it's rock rap with funk, some ska? Tell me what's going on in your mind, my friend.
Well, let's start at the top. No, I was not expecting this to be quite so rap heavy. The 311 I remember wasn't this rap heavy. But I may be misremembering that. Sound System was the only album I had. I had it on the CD. And I guarantee I had it because of Come Original.
Yes.
But I remember that having more of a balance of rap and singing. But like I said, it was a long time ago, and maybe I just don't remember it as well as I thought.
Could be.
This definitely was kind of on the cusp / predecessor to nu metal. Right. But as you mentioned, they had a ton of influences like reggae and ska that probably helped keep them from getting quite so pigeonholed the way that like Limp Bizkit and Korn did. Right. Because their sound was kind of slightly more one dimensional. I mean, maybe that's just me.
Oh, no, that's true.
Yeah. If you forced me to put a label on this album to say, which genre it came from, I think, given the time it came out, it would probably fit that like funk rock box better, that like so many people are just gonna be like, oh, Red Hot Chili Peppers were amazing. Right. It's kind of a crazy thing. I mean, I see where people would make the comparison, but they're wrong. And really, Frank, to me, what's crazy is that this sound came from Nebraska.
Right. Yeah, so let's talk about that. Here's some history. The most intriguing thing about the band is that they're from
Frank just saw a joke I wrote.
Omaha, Nebraska. I did. That's right. This amalgamation of alternative rock, funk, rap, ska came from the Cornhusker State. That's crazy. This band dates back to 1988. Now, let's debunk a rumor that was around in the late 90s. 311 does not stand for the KKK. Some nerd in the 90s stated that the 11th letter and the alphabet was K, and then timesing that by 3, that was the origins of the name. Not true. And thankfully, social media wasn't around then. So this bullshit didn't gain any sort of steam, Marc.
Because rap rock is so huge amongst Klansmen.
Oh my God.
My argument would be this: based on their argument that it's 3 times 11, or wouldn't it be C 11 times? Wouldn't it be CC, CCC, 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 which would clearly stand for, and I don't think anyone will argue this, CCCCCCCCCC.
Nailed it, my friend.
I had to
Nailed it.
put the commas in, otherwise I'd get lost.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It makes sense. The name is actually derived from the Omaha Police Code for indecent exposure, which was
hello.
indeed 311.
Guarantee you it was Peanut.
Yeah, exactly.
Know nothing about the man, just his name.
So let's go down with the lineup here. We have vocalist Nick Hexum, guitarist Tim Mahoney, bassist Peanut, aka Aaron Willis, and drummer Chad Sexton. Now, in 1989, we had the EP called Downstairs, and in 90, we get an EP called Damn It, and 91, we have an EP called Unity. So now we're in 92, and S.A. Doug Martinez joins the band after making guest appearances at their live shows. So now the band was complete with their signature at this time, really dual vocalist rappers at the end of the day. Their first release, Music, was released on February in 1993 on Capricorn and spawned 5 singles, which is pretty crazy. Only 5 tracks from this album were not included on the previous indie releases. So, Mark, are you ready for this weed-infused funk rap record?
Oh, was I supposed to blaze up for this? Okay. Well, anyways,
you missed it, didn't you? Okay, all right.
I missed the window. Sorry, guys.
All right, track 1. Welcome. We are welcome to a ska 2-chord intro with S.A.'s vocals singing "Groove as Your Soul Sings." Then, bam, heavy laden guitars come into this alternating Hexum and Martinez. This is where it's definitely shown. Mark, your thoughts on "Welcome" as the opening track?
I just want to clear something up real quick. You wrote the letters S.A. when describing this guy. Is it supposed to be like S.A.?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I didn't know, like, is this guy's name like Samuel Anthony something or other?
No, his real name is Doug Martinez.
Yeah, that's why I was like, what's the S.A. come from? That doesn't make sense. But now, okay, I got it.
Love you, man.
Frank, I like the boogie to the bang boogie, says jump the boogie. Does Kid Rock owe these dudes some cash?
Dude, if not, let's start that movement, please.
I mean, like, we got to figure, that's got to be like something from further down. Like, that's got to be like what's that rap group that did Rappers Delight? The Cotton Candy Gang? That's not right.
The Sugar Hill Gang.
It's probably one of those kind of references, which is cool.
Right.
Like, I mean, fuck Kid Rock. And I hope he owes everyone money.
Yeah, I'm sure this has nothing to do with Kid Rock. By the way,
Kid Rock was still stealing other people's material at this point.
He was a kid, right?
I think he was like 40 in 1990. Old piece of shit. That aside, I was surprised we didn't get like a big hook out of the opener, but I like the blend of the lighter ska and reggae influence and how they go back and forth with the heavier influences mixed in. I just wish it was a bit more memorable. I was excited. Expecting. I wasn't excited. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was expecting something different from a track titled "Welcome," but it's not my album. So what I think should be a welcome track doesn't really matter, and this is what they chose to do with it. So
there you go. Track number 2 is "Freak Out," a staple for the early section of their live sets. The funk rock is shown here, and people they cannot like me all they want, but to me this is a more entertaining brand than the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I don't care what anyone says. So Mark, did you freak out and delight with this song, or were you just wanting to get this out of your head?
I really like that opening guitar riff and the way the whole band comes in just like way over the top to back them up. Like it feels like dudes coming out of the foxholes chasing down Nazis. It's fantastic. Cool intro for sure. The funk break really adds a ton of depth without backing the band into a sonic corner, if that makes sense. And I like that they're not afraid to bounce from style to style, and it's not always the same style back and forth. They like to mix it up, and I think that's working in their favor here.
Yeah,
the band does a great job of contouring the breaks to some of the vocal deliveries. We get some really interesting drum parts that happen to match what they're doing lyrically. You can really feel how tight this band was as a unit. It's pretty impressive, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. And again, we'll get to the age thing in a couple songs from now, but I mean, they're relatively young here. So
yeah.
Number
age thing. I thought you said H, like there was a heroin addiction. I didn't know.
no, I don't know. Now I don't know about that, but maybe.
Okay.
Okay. Dractory's Visit. It's actually one of my favorites from the album for a number of reasons. It was fun, and it is fun to play on guitar. I like the rapped vocals and how it segues into this upstroke ska pre-chorus. The chorus, I think melody-wise, is catchy. The middle breakdown, of course, it gets funky, while the song maintains a certain level of heaviness. So, Mark, do you want to visit the world with your time on this world?
I'd like to answer your lyric with another lyric. I wish I could fit into a pair of Doc Martens so I could kick it, Frank.
Nice.
But I got these fucking Fred Flintstone feet that just do not fit into cool guy shoes. So fuck me, right? Musically, I dig what the band does here. We get to see them stretch the spectrum of their sound a little bit, and the playfulness when it comes to some of these breakdowns and bridges is really kind of fun. I'm not crazy about the chorus or like literally any of the lyrics. They feel overly simple for what musically is a really complex song. So
yeah, the music definitely outweighs with the complexity here. Track 4, Paradise. This song was always on the album that I felt it was the weakest, and then when I saw them live, I forgot when, maybe it was like the late 90s, it grew on me. It's a song, listen, Paradise is the backdrop, it's very cliche with the vibes, but I do enjoy the cool and chill upbeat verses that lead into a more alternative rock chorus, and Mahoney's guitar playing to me is definitely spot on. Mark, do you think this song represents like a Paradise feel to it properly, or?
Ooh, Frank, if I could only tell you what I have done, my friend. As far as Paradise goes, I think that, really, I mean, this is the 4th track, which is really important for me to know. This was always the song on the album that I felt was no, that's not what you thought. It was always the weakest track. I'm so distracted right now. Is this why they named the album music? Holy, I am so.
It's okay,
I'll be
man.
honest with you. I super zoomed in the script and got lost as to where we were, and I was trying to catch up without you noticing.
I did that so many
folks at
times.
home,
Don't worry.
Here we are. This is why they named the album music. Music is what I need to keep my sanity. Is the lyric. I gotta imagine that's where they pulled the name from. Sonically, they did what you'd expect from them so far on the album. This time leaning on a lot of those beach vibes, followed by some more heavy guitar breaks, which are pretty badass, as you mentioned, Frank. I like the play on the idea of Paradise is up to kind of his memory and what he can make of it. Might be my favorite track lyrically so far, dabbling into the emotions associated with longing for a lost lover while trying to keep himself honest about the whole situation or what may or may not have happened. We're clearly only getting a snippet of that, and that's kind of what works here, is that it's just focused on that memory. I think this is a cool track.
Cool, man. Cool.
Thank you.
Track 5, Unity, which was from one of the EPs because the EP was titled Unity. It's one of the harder songs on the record, and one of 2 not to feature the trade-off with Essay. So this is just purely Hexam here, probably before Essay even joined the band. Mahoney does a good job so I just want to talk musically here for a second, because it's a lot of bar chords, and the bar chords sometimes could be a little bit restraining based on how you play them, but the way he's playing them, it definitely gives an open feel to it. So he's definitely accenting all the 6 strings, which I kind of like when I'm hearing, especially during the chorus musically. Mark, are you feeling this unity?
Man, I wish this song had a decent hook to it. It just doesn't. I know it's only like 3.5 minutes, but it's so hard to sit through like past the first minute of him doing the same staccato rap thing the entire time. Other than that, the last 3 lines, I have no idea what this song has to do with unity. I've listened to it a bunch of times. I read along as he rapped. I couldn't figure it out. It's just sounds like a tough guy bullshit, and the Led Zeppelin name dropping just felt super cheap to me. I'm sorry, buddy. This is a hard pass for me.
Led Zeppelin in your face. I think that was the lyric, right?
Something. I mean, I don't even think it was that good.
There you go.
If I'm being honest, I just no.
With track 6, Hydroponic. After hearing Down, which is one, of course, me and most of the world heard of 311 for some reason, which was a breakthrough hit coming in 2 albums later. This was the second 311 song I heard. It's always been one of my favorites from them because not because it established their admiration for weed, but because the rapping is some of the fastest delivered by the band that wasn't in the arena of hip hop and rap. So I remember having my friends who were like into the hip hop and rap genres at the time, and I'd be like, no, listen to this song, guys, because if you guys like that, you got to hear how they could rap really fast over rock and stuff like that. So I always used to play that section for them, especially on the second verse. And they thought it was impressive with the lyrical, at least quickness. So Marc, Conjunction Junction, what's your function on this song, my friend?
I like that the band's kind of booming sound on that opening riff, and then the song just sucks after that. There are some impressive lyrical performances, but they aren't doing anything to me, and this chorus is just boring as fuck, dude.
There you go.
Sorry.
No, it's okay, man.
I was trying.
Listen, the cool thing about doing this is how different we interpret these things, which is interesting. And we all have different takes on, kind of what we get them.
Now, my opinion a mistake, and I was like, that's fair.
No, I mean, I wouldn't say that.
I immediately gave you a pass for it.
I wasn't going to say that. Now, I may not say a song you like sucks, but that's me now. Okay,
no, yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Dude, totally blank. 7, My Stony Baby. Continuing, I guess, with the weed theme. I put
here we go.
Weed thing. They toned it down with the little calming opening guitar riff accented by Peanuts standout bass playing. Hexam and Martinez trade off here and give us a vibe that they indeed just smoked a giant doobie, and this is the product of it. Mahoney, I'm sure, joined in as he smoked the doobie because his guitar riff seemed like it could have been extended for quite a while. I always fancied this song. Marc, dare I ask if you did?
I'm really distracted by how dumb these lyrics are. It's got a funky groove, and the guitar solo over that mellow groove,
we'll take it,
really works. but I'm really like super bored with it otherwise. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Not sorry. I mean, just it is what it is.
You really don't have to apologize.
Hey, look, it's 2021. I don't know how to zoom my fucking.
Are you still lost on the script?
No, it's fine. I know where I am on the script. I'm just terrible at like.
It's all good. It's all good.
Thanks, buddy.
Track 8, Nyx Hex. 90% of Hexam again on this song. We're again at the chill portion of the album, I guess. I always felt like they took, in my opinion, they took the song to a new level, but at least by adding a sense of engagement by that heavy chorus, which I'm sure the creativity of weed led them down this path. So, Marc, are you smoothing your psychedelic to the Nyx Hex?
I have no idea what that means still. The vibe here is cool, though. Super funky, yet nonsensical. I like the reggaeton kind of breakdown at the end of the song. Makes for a cool transition. I didn't hate this song, but I could have lived without it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Fair enough. Track 9 is Plain. Another highlight for me, again, with Hexam doing 100% of the vocals. I used to think I was cool by having the lyrics on a sheet of notebook paper and attaching them to my folders at school for people to look at and they could read. Yeah. So I was like, I'm that guy. Okay. Yeah. So I thought that was cool. Anyway, the song to me was maybe a version of Hexam's Notebook. And I think he's trying to be honest here with his view on life for where he was at for a 23-year-old. I'm trying to put that into context.
Sure.
Marc, what do you think about Plain?
I would say he wrote this on behalf of most 23-year-old dudes. It's a cool enough track with a funky guitar intro and the nod your head to this bit. It's cool. And it definitely is part of that energy that would come later on, certainly with the new metal stuff. Way better than the previous track of just Hexam rapping on his own for me. Maybe my favorite track so far, but I'm struggling to want to keep listening because I am just getting bogged down by like kind of the back and forth of it. I'm needing a bit of a sonic break from the band. I could really use like a good chill out song.
Amber? Okay.
No. Well, yeah. So maybe I take that back.
Well, track 10 feels so good.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does. Oh man, another staple for the end of 311's live sets. What's
Oh.
funny is my mom likes the song.
Oh,
Yeah, and
there you go.
my dad used to get mad at her for liking it. Listen, man, what can I tell you? So
Yep.
so Peanut challenges Flea here.
Oh,
Yeah, I said it. Would take it over the spotlight and kind of owns the song.
yeah,
Um,
sure.
and so Mark, in your face, and did it feel so good?
I really don't understand the chorus. It's phrased funny, but I bet it's fun for the whole crowd to scream in your face. Man, it feels okay, I guess. I'm happy Peanut finally got like a really rad bass solo, and the guitar riff
Yes.
behind it is super cool too.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah. I mean, there's definitely some good musicianship in the backbone
Oh,
of these.
definitely. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm definitely not taking that away from the band.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
totally, totally. Track 11, Do You Right? So Passing the Kind Bud is the opening lyric. So yeah, another
No.
weed influenced song.
Uh-huh.
This one is less rap and more singing. Martinez aids and backing vocals. It's all Hexam again, who shows his love of for the weed, fuzzy guitars, and a ska chorus. It will be announced at the shows that this song is the happy slam dance song. And that would just ooze out with a happy feeling in the crowd. So Mark, did this song do you right?
Look at you boomers saying slam dance. This is a fun track for sure. Anyone, another one I bet they had a ton of fun with it at shows, like you mentioned. I can see this being a fun number. I like the singing here for a change up. This is kind of what I was looking for. Like I needed a little bit
I could tell.
less rap at this point. It's doing a lot to keep me interested in the album that I was ready to check out with all of these stylistic changes. It did me okay. I'm happy they're finally getting to their strength, which is these bigger hooks. It's a bit corny,
Sure.
but in a fun 23-year-old pothead kind of way, it absolutely works.
There you go. There you go. Well, track 12, here we are. Fat Chance. Fat Chance is actually the short song we're hearing in the beginning. The proper title for this song is Bleep the Bullshit, and it's technically viewed as a hidden track. What we have is technically what we have is another loud rocking rap song with trade-off lyrics from Martinez and Hexam. I wouldn't say it's actually one of my faves, but I do like listening to the song loud. Mark, what about you here?
Yeah, that's a fun hooky chorus that just sounds great, really loud, in a great rebellious way. Essay's verse is one of my favorite bits of rapping on this entire record. I love that he gives love to Peanut and the whole rhythm section.
Everybody.
I always love when singers support the rhythm section. Like, it just seems cool. Like, we did all the goddamn work. That said, I could have used like 40% less of the intro and the actual track, but it works for them, and as a closer, I think it's kind of perfect. It's a cool track for him.
Yeah, and Mahoney again on the guitar with the riff during the verses is pretty cool too. So
yeah, no, there's some really stellar riffs on this.
Yeah, he plays really, really well. All right, Mark. So hit me with those famous final thoughts of yours.
Sure. I think you made a really interesting choice picking this 311 album. The band's roots and influences are on full display, and it's clear that the potential the band would eventually live up to was there from the start. This isn't the band I remembered, and I'm happy I had the chance to correct my recollection of what this band is in its entirety, and it's not just that goddamn Amber song.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's not the band's fault I don't like that song. I would have liked less rapping and more of the big hooks, but they weren't there yet, if that makes sense.
They weren't.
And I can't hold that against them. I was impressed with the musicality of the band. I forgot how absolutely dynamic they could sound. I had a boss who would listen to that Amber song over and over, and I think that skewed my memory of what the band really sounded like, because that song, when you've heard it as many times as I have, it just turns into droning. Anyways, this review is not about that song Amber. The song is about music. I give the album a 6 out of 10.
That's a win
for me. Yeah, absolutely. Not one I'd pick up or probably listen to again, but I have been enjoying listening to the rest of their catalog and some of the stuff I was more familiar with after initially listening to it. Sound System in particular.
Yeah.
And that's probably just pure nostalgia on my part. I don't know that I wouldn't mock you less for being into them. I probably will still kind of mock you, but like in a loving way and more understanding way. But I do respect the band more than I did prior to re-listening to this album. So
There you go, man.
This may have been my first time actually listening to it. I don't really remember.
I think so. I may have given you like Grassroots years ago, but I don't think I ever told you, hey, you listen to this one. So
yeah, it's really your own fault.
It is. Of course. So Mark, listen, so believe it or not, you do believe it. 311 was that band for me for a while in high school. And I had a 311 patch. I think I still have the book bag next to a NoFX patch. Which doesn't really work, but ironically, NoFX makes an appearance in the song "Come Original," so it's where he says NoFX is coming full range. So maybe I was forecasting something. Who knows? I was trying to put myself back into my 16, 17-year-old self and figure out what was about 311 that made them so attractive to me. I think it was the fact that I had time to think about it, that the elements were such a variety, and the fact that the lyrics were rapped made it kind of cooler at the time. I would legit sit in my room, no lie, look in the mirror and pretend to perform this album and the follow-up like Grassroots. Like I take the mic. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. The band gave me a level of confidence because my takeaway was from the meshing of styles that you would have this basket full of all the things you like in life, not just music, and you could put them together in some form of something that became nurturing to my soul. So I think that's why the first two albums are special to me. Plus, on a side note, I learned a shit ton of guitar from Taz that I would print out. So learning these riffs also like lights were going off in my brain for the understanding of guitar. So that's why I kind of always go back to these things too. And I really enjoy playing those riffs because they are cool. The musicality is cool. So musically, I still enjoy the mix of all the genres. And unlike that 311 does, and unlike the Chili Peppers, it was edgier and more rocking. So with that said, the score is going to reflect a lot of that nostalgia. And for me, this album gets an 8. So
yeah, I think that's totally fair. We playing a game this week?
We are, Mark.
Hey, what are we playing?
It is game time. So this is going to be called Band of Threes, not members, but we're going to look at bands that have some sort of form of 3 in their name. So I'm going to describe them to you, and you're going to say who they are.
311.
Correct.
The 3 Amigos.
The 3, right. That's the 3 Caballeros.
That's all I know.
You ready, my friend?
I'm as ready as I'm gonna be.
All right. So this first band, and God, a lot of these aren't good bands, Mark. But anyway, the first band,
Hanson.
Yeah, Hanson, right?
Oh, sorry.
This band hails from Mississippi, and their debut album, The Better Life, came out in 2000 and was certified 6 times platinum in the U.S.
It's got a 3 in the name.
Yes.
Is it 3 Doors Down?
It is.
Okay. Oh, well, now I'm definitely out of guesses.
Man, good for you, pal.
Oh, man.
All right. Next, number 2 is this Jacksonville, Florida band is fronted by Donnie Van Zant, brother of Leonard Skinner, founder Ronnie Van Zant.
Oh, my goodness. And there's a 3 in the name, and they're from Jacksonville.
Yep.
Pablo Van Zant, brother of Emilio Van Zant from Leonard Skinner. You got another clue?
They had the song called "Caught Up in You."
Nope, that doesn't help.
I'm
willing to give up at this point. I have no idea.
All right, the band is called 38 Special.
Oh, dang it all.
All
right. No, that's no. You got me on that one, Barb. No.
All right. So this one, this is a pop boogie rock band formed in '67. They were known as such for their hits such as Black and White, One, and Joy to the World.
It's 3 Dog Night.
Yes.
Yeah.
Woo.
Oh, I really should have just cheated on this. I can't believe I'm not cheating on this. That was so dumb. All right, go on.
This next band is a Canadian rock band formed in '97 and made waves with their single "I Hate Everything About You," and they suck. Mark, who are they?
I hate everything about you. Am I right? That's the right one.
No, it goes, "I hate everything about you."
Oh, I think Ugly Kid Joe covers that or does a better song of the same name.
Probably.
And it's got a 3 in the name. Fuck me running.
I know. That would be funny.
3 Days Grace?
Yes.
Oh God. I just kind of guessed it where they might be. Like, what's a 3 band? Where could they possibly like that? Got to be Canadian. That band's so terrible. I don't mean that. I like Canadians.
They're so bad.
You guys are as bad at making music as we are.
Absolutely. Just live up to it. All right, Mark, this Williamsburg, Virginia band hit fame with their second album called American Standard, and it became somewhat cumbersome.
Cumbersome. Cumbersome.
Become cumbersome to this world.
Oh, man. Diet Alice in Chains 3. You got another clue for me? I'm not.
They had another song called Water's Edge. Remember, I've been to the water's edge.
That wasn't live. I thought that was at that band live or
no,
live,
that was Pain Lies on the Riverside.
And it's got a 3 in it. Power Man 3000.
There also has another number in it too, and I'll give you that. I'll give you that number. So
okay,
the first number is 7.
Is 7.
7 space 3.
7 Mary.
That's
3.
right.
Jeepers peepers. Oh,
it's okay, man. It's okay.
I know. I'm just sorry that they were a band.
All right, last one, which is a bonus. Mark, your best friend, me, used to love this band, but after a Twitter altercation with the lead singer, I laid them to rest. The 3 here, I'll give you a hint. It's not a 3 in the band, but it's a variation of the word 3.
What?
It's a different, it's a version of saying 3. Here, not once, but twice, but.
Oh, wait, it's not. Oh my God. Wait, I have no idea. Fuck, my brain. I'm like, it can't be Thursday. It's not Taking Back Sunday. It's
no. You're kind of.
I don't know. I can't keep up with your Twitter wars.
You're getting. Oh. Man. All right. It's not once. It's not twice. It's thrice.
Oh. Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I think all 3 of those bands are just one band, and you're punking me. I've always felt that. Fuck all of those bands.
That's why you thought it was them when I was.
Yes, because I always think that and I was like, it's got to be one of those 2 bands because I can't remember who else he's fighting with. Of course,
I haven't fought with the other.
Is that what that name means?
I don't know. I was just you mentioned Simpsons earlier. Remember the Simpsons episode with the baseball stars? Remember when Mr. Burns did the softball tournament? So when he's giving instructions to Homer, he's like, not once, but twice, but thrice. So I just
way to remember that. Dang.
I know.
I did not win that game.
Yep.
And what's our prize?
It's okay. Your prize is talking to me forever. So anyway.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
Wow, Mark. So talk to us about what we have next week, my friend.
Well, Frank, for next week, I'm thinking what's better than for us to drop a year-end wrap-up on Christmas Eve so that we can take New Year's off.
Let's do it. Let's do it, my friend. I can't wait.
We'll be yapping about some of our favorite albums to drop this year, some of the highs and lows from this show. Basically, just Frank's gonna play a game where I have to guess all of the questions that I got wrong.
I can't wait.
And one last game that will sum up our entire lives.
Love it.
It's been a hell of a ride.
Sure has.
So it'll definitely be an episode that you'd prefer not to miss.
Absolutely.
If you oh my goodness. Is that what I think it is?
Oh yes.
Don't do it.
So it's my buddy. I wanted to introduce him on the show. And
did you?
And he's a special friend.
Wait, does he have a name that's going to give away what it is to people who aren't watching? Oh, Mother Clucker. Domination.
Look at this.
Do you have a wheezing rubber chicken?
I do have a wheezing rubber chicken, and the dog just went nuts after that.
Oh, that's funny.
I know. So I thought you'd like him. Maybe he could be the mascot. Maybe he could be the mascot. Yeah,
I mean, he's probably our top listener, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh.
He gets a little aggressive, so you're gonna have to excuse him.
He can be. Kevin is freaking out in the next room.
Totally.
Oh man.
So listen, so I didn't mean to cut you off there, but I wanted to. Yeah,
he's persistent as a Muppet. I keep thinking he's going away, and he pops back up.
He's special to me, so I wanted to make sure that he met you because you're special to me. So here's the formal introduction. So
hey, buddy.
Hey. So where was that?
Good.
Life is so good. And thanks everyone for listening. This was fun. Remember, like, subscribe, rate, review, and always be safe out there.
Frank, myself, and Mother Clucker over there. We love it when you make it to the end of the episode with us. And so please drop us your requests, like, rate, review, all that crap. Be safe out there, right? In case, as Mother Clucker always says. And if you'll say it with me, because it would mean so much now. Oh, my. Oh, hell yes. Oh. I love that rubber chicken.
Dude, isn't he awesome?
He's pretty awesome.